So,
Hi.
we are back again, guys. This is Cheka and Sister Amma. We are here to chat about the business. And
Yes.
today we won't take that much long because everyone is busy. Whoever will get chance to watch it, it's fine. It's beneficial. We put our goal out here because it's we give education and people can gain knowledge and inspiration and motivation. Don't forget that because you can
Mm-hmm.
get motivated by just watching the video. And now we are live, we are just discuss about the business, and you can just say as we are human being, we can discuss even our personal life and everything and other thing we see and watch. So don't be discouraged. Watch me, watch us, and stay tuned. Our website is there. Don't forget our website is there. So please, registration is free. And you don't have to worry. Watch free webinar. And if you want, please more, you can just send us the message. We are more than happy to help you so you can start your own online business. And by the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Cheka. I'm a mom of two beautiful children. And I'm a mentor because I do help other people to start their own online business by starting from zero, let me say for scratch, because you don't
Mm-hmm.
need to have experience in this business. And also, I'm a social worker by professional. Don't forget, I'm from Congo. I always say that, but let me say I'm from Congo, but I live in Australia, Adelaide. So, guys, stay tuned. I'll bring my sister here so she can introduce herself and we can go from there. So we just discuss. Don't worry, don't stress. It's just simple things. So welcome, Sister Amma. So the stage is yours. Please introduce yourself so people can just know you than what I
Thank
should
you.
say.
Thank you, Sister Shika. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And also, Happy New Month. It's the first day of a new
Yeah.
month. So, new month blessings to you. My name is Amma, and I'm originally from Ghana. But I'm currently living in the UK. I came to the UK at a very tender age with my parents. I am a mother and a carer to a fantastic, amazing young man. My profession, my career is I'm a civil servant. I work in the public sector. I've been doing public sector work for many, many years. I'm not going to say how many years to give away an idea of my age, but let's say I've been in the public sector for a long time. And I also run a digital business which is just amazing, and the online space is fabulous because that's what's given me the opportunity to meet with this wonderful sister Chiki, and that's me.
Thank you so much, people. Please watch. As she said, you can hear that anyone can do this business as long as you are 18 and over and you are willing to learn new things. This business can be yours. Don't
Yes.
just stay one place. Try to get out of your comfort zone and
Mm-hmm.
just grab a new opportunity. If we are coming here and talk, it's not just we're just trying you guys to see us. We are talking because we know what is in this business. And trust me, you won't change if you remain in one place. You need to do something. Take action. It could be your own things or another plan you have, but you need to take action. And that's the action that's helping people to understand and progress and learn about their dream and discuss their dreams. So and discover it. So now before we I have to say myself, why did I join the business? And sister will say, why did she join the business? It was hard. When I joined this business, I feel like God brings something, another new opportunity which I can learn. Because before this pandemic came,
Mm-hmm.
I was just waiting. My husband was waiting with all of us. Things suddenly changed when the pandemic started. They just removed some people from work. Those who were working, they knew that they reduced people from work.
Yeah.
Some work from home, some they just removed straight away, and they lost their job. My husband was part of them, so he lost his job. He was working at the post office, Australia Post. So, and it was hard for me. I started working different jobs to supplement that income, to think like I will just add, because that place it's gone. There is no money is coming again when you have been lost job or yourself. There is no income. So I was just tired. Seriously, I was working like crazy. Three jobs, and the one job which I did like was just the program coordinator. That one wasn't hard much because you have to work. It's just meeting with stakeholders, with different people, because I work with clients with intellectual disabilities. So that was like that. So we need to meet with different stakeholders. And when you meet together and discuss about the plan, how you're gonna help that client to reach the goal. And probably because of the funding the client has, so we need to discuss how we're gonna deal with that and find some people, some services which can be involved in that to help the client. So I was working in that. So that one was easy because you meet with different services and just write the report and send to your manager. But the one I was attending and this COVID, everyone was scared. It was hard, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
ended up saying, I need to do something. I'm looking for plan B. And what am I going to do? I
Yeah.
was trying to scroll through my Facebook page because I didn't know what to do. I tried to think about Amazon, but it wasn't type of business I wanted because it was totally different. I think about trading, anything online. Everything was online. Alibaba. What? I was just going everywhere like crazy. So and one day when I reached to my mental ad, which was the video, that video, I saw it was just 3 minutes and it gave me that goosebumps. Said, I can do this because it says you can help your family out by, and I'm like, I have family, siblings, family, relative overseas. You can still do this business no matter you have a job 9 to 5. It's not gonna stop you. We provide everything, tools and resources. I said, probably I can try this because what she said, and then some people pay mortgage off. I said, really? I need this. So when it's kind of like that, I said, I registered straight away. That was me because I didn't have time to spend with my family, especially my children kept
Mm-hmm.
saying, Mommy, why don't you stay home every day? So when you come back home, instead of saying hello to the kid, you just give each other. Not good because of avoiding the disease. Everyone's scared for that. And then during the time I'll be home, they already sleep. When I just
Mm-hmm.
come back, they'll be sleeping. No prayer time together. We don't do all of that. I was just doing that early morning. I'm going until they start complaining to me, Mom, it's now 1 week. You haven't even dropped us to school. It's only daddy. And they know daddy because he's not going to school. At work. He's just there. He's not going anywhere. So he's the one who's just doing all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I miss that time with my family, with my children, even friends. It's just waking. Sometimes I'll be exhausted because of two going double sides. But when I discovered and I found this online stuff, I said to myself, I will try. I have to try. If I don't try, I won't see what it. And since you don't have to have experience, I can just learn like other people are learning. So I believe in that. When I joined straight away, I was very skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other issue. After joining the system, I said probably this is not gonna be good. And I understand myself that was my poor mindset. So
Yeah.
and my husband said, you can do it, sister. You can do it. Because sometimes we call each other sister, brother. So do it. These people are doing, they are the same like you. Why not doing it? Probably. And I call my mentor. Do you think this is really, if I do this, where am I going to see the results? I said, the matter when you work, the way you are working, that's how you see everything will change. Oh, really? So I just give it to go. My husband gave me that green light. So let me go on the road. So it's green. So how can you do? You have to drive.
It's not red.
It's not ready, so it was green. So when I just saw the green, trust me, I just joined straight away and start doing the business. I know it's mine. It's mine. As entrepreneur, when you start your business, you have to set the goals. People don't set the goals. How we need to set the goals. What would you like to do? What do you want? So, and since when I joined until now, I never regret. I can
Hmm.
say because we have a question about the benefit about it. So people, guys, let me stand back to this to sister because he will tell us why she joined the business. Guys, stay tuned. Our website is there. Don't forget. Our website is there. Thank you so much. Please, can you please tell us where you're watching from? You know this business. It's just global. Tell us where
Hmm.
you're watching from. So we will get back to you. Don't worry. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, sister, let's go with you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Especially, it's a wonderful way to start the new month. To come and share your story and your why. My why, like
Yeah.
yours, is also my family. When I introduced myself, I mentioned that I was a mum and a carer. I have a fantastic young man, my son, and he has needs, and that's why I'm a carer. But going back to the why, it all boils down to him and the internet, the online space was really highlighted to me as well during the pandemic when COVID first hit and we had that lockdown. My son had, a lot of isolation, but the internet was also always available. So that's where I realized that the internet is just so flexible. It's there for you all the time. But that wasn't the reason because I noticed the internet why I decided to join. Like you, I'm a working mother, but also being a parent in itself, any parent knows that when you have your family and you're working for someone else, there's always bound to be clashes with how you can use your time, what's important. Your family is important as far as you're concerned, but your employer thinks that their business is important. Your time is their time, and that's what matters. It's not your family. So, as parents, we have that issue where you miss out on certain family times. You're doing long hours maybe because you need that extra money. You come back tired, having to do the commute. So for me, as a parent, I felt that working for someone, I had that pressure of where you're a parent, but also being a carer, I had more pressure because I needed to sustain my son's support needs. And the guilt was a lot. When I look back, I mean, this business is so amazing. And sometimes I think to myself, oh God, but then I say, mindset, you can't think that. But I think, oh God, why didn't I come across this business many, many years ago when my son was younger and, he was spending a lot of time with support workers or in after school because I was always working. I have to maintain that roof over our heads. I have to bring in the money. And so it was a case where I was sacrificing what he was entitled to in terms of having a mother present all the time in the quality time to make sure that we had a roof over our head, sacrificing family over finances. And it wasn't intentional. I just had no choice. I had to do it. So I missed out on a lot of things with him. And when the pandemic struck and I saw the flexibility of the internet, that's not what got me to start this business, but that was the first thing. And one thing that also sort of hit home, because when the pandemic struck, my employers also knew about the awesomeness of the business because everyone was working remotely. I was lucky enough to still have a job and to be able to work from home. But what I found was that expectation was they were wanting even longer hours because online you're always accessible, it's always there. So they were also harnessing it to their benefit. And it got to a point where I felt to myself, enough is enough. Something has to give. I would be in the house with my son, and even though we were present together, I was on working for someone else, and it was still the same. It was as if I wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So then I was introduced to this business by a dear friend. And like you said, I was skeptical. At the beginning, I was just like online scams. You hear all these horror stories. I'm not interested, even though I can see that it's got potential. I was still skeptical. So I paused for a while and I did my due diligence. I didn't just jump in straight away. But when I decided that I needed to actually do something and take that leap is when things turned around. And the first thing that I did, well, everyone does, is that I watched the 90-minute webinar. And it was, very, very informative. It was only 90 minutes. And I got to see from other people, just like us, ordinary people, and hear their stories, hear their successes, hear their whys, hear how they managed to fulfill dreams that they had through having their own business. So that was, the first step. So I watched that. And then, as you said, it was, you have all these things in your mind, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm starting my own business. Oh, what do I do? But we've got the training there. So
Of
all
course.
the things that were coming into my mind where I was worrying about, I didn't need to worry, because the training was there. It was set up in such a way that it just takes you through step by step and takes you through the business process as well, step by step. So it's not like you need to have any kind of business knowledge. It's not a case that you even need to be computer savvy, tech savvy, because they teach you. They teach you how to use social media for your advantages. They teach you how to harness things. They teach you how to grow. And then, like you said, the community. I mean, you're in Australia and I'm in the United Kingdom. So we're,
That's
across the globe
amazing.
from each other. And you get to meet fantastic entrepreneurs, who are running their own digital business, and the help that's there, the cheering. But my going back, because when I start talking about the business, I can go on and on and on and on. But going back
That's me. That's me every single day. I can just go on and on and on. I can't stop talking about this business because I know, without interrupting you, I
uh-huh.
see there's so many potential in this business. And then
Mm-hmm.
also, I can say, I said to myself, I'm grateful to
Yes.
have business as a big owner
Yes.
of my own stuff, before to launch the business, in general, it's really hard for people, but there's so many different of business in here and the world. But what particularly this one, I see myself, I haven't have any business, but this one, I was like, oh my goodness me, now I can have my own business. And
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy and grateful, saying, I'm glad that I just took that leap of faith and
Mm-hmm.
become a business owner. Because, we do think about being a business owner is just selling and buying, selling, buying, but it's not like that.
It's
There are
not
so
like
many
that
ways you
at
can just
all.
have a
At all.
business, and then you can start your own online business.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, as we talk, I know we can't even finish about all this. It's a lot. Let's go with another
It's a lot, and
question.
we can't. I just get so passionate, and sometimes I get detracted because I was talking about my why, which is my
Yes.
son. And but in a nutshell, it was just I needed to be present for him. And I was finding, because when we go through life, we plan life, how we're going to do it. And as we're
Yep.
growing and maturing, we think that things will slow down and become
Yep.
easier and family will come first. And I was realizing that wasn't happening. And I'm not getting any younger. My son needs my time, and I needed to find something where I could be present in his
Yep.
life. So, substantially, not when he's going to bed at night, when I've just come home from work, or in the
I
evening when I'm
know that
tired,
was
but
me.
throughout the day. And I needed to find something that I could still have an income and do life, be there for him, enjoy life with him, and it's not encroaching on our time. And so this is why I decided to go for this business, because it works once you set it up. It's working in the background. As we're talking now, our businesses are running. We haven't closed shop.
And that's
You
true.
know, we haven't
And
shut
that's
down the business. It's still running. It's still going. It's working on the automation, and it's just wonderful. If I decide to go out, my business is still running. If I need to do anything with my business, so long as I've got either a phone or anything I can get
yep.
the internet on, I can still be active in my business. So that's why I decided that it was time to make that digital move. It was time to actually make a change for my son. And one of the things that you also mentioned just a moment ago is the fact that it's yours. And so
Yep.
you're leaving something for your family. You know, I'm leaving something for my son because working for somebody else, I'm not leaving anything. And you know, the thing now with, even though we're coming out of the pandemic or we've come out of the pandemic, people are now struggling with the cost of living. A few
Exactly.
days ago, I was reading an article here in the UK. Over 5 million people have now had to take on a second job. These are people who are already working, but they've now had to take on a second job to actually cope with the cost of living. And I was reading from one woman who's a nurse, a professional, and she
Wow.
said she's stressed. She's stressed. But if
Exactly.
she
That's
doesn't
true.
take on this second job, take on a second job, you know, her family cannot have a decent life, decent quality of life. And that's very, very sad. And when I see those sort of things, I'm just so grateful that I have this business because, you know, I've got that additional income coming in, but it's not stressing on my family life. It doesn't mean that my son is not going to see me because I'm busy doing another job. It's
Yeah.
just it's amazing.
That's true. It is. It is, sister. You nailed it. I'm so, so inspired with your story. You know, we have our own whys. That's why we join the business. Some people just join the business because they want that extra. But me, as she mentioned, you need something to leave as a legacy to your children. Myself, I need that. I
Hmm.
need to have something what I call mine. This is mine. I don't want to work all my entire life just for someone else. I
Yeah.
need something which I have to call this is mine. And that's why I'm just working in this business and I'm proud because I join it. And I always say to my children, I wish I knew this business 2 years ago. Probably I shouldn't be in this
Sis,
position,
I mean, 2 years ago, sorry to cut you. I mean, when I'm doing this now, I always, because my son is entering now into adulthood, and I say, oh, I wish so much that I'd known this business 10 years ago, because
I
I
see.
think about the times that I've missed, their bedtime stories I've missed because I've been working. I think about the times where I would be rushing to try to get home so at least I can spend some time with him. But by the time I get home, he's tired. And I think about all those. That's another reason why I come on to lives and I like to do lives, because I know that there are parents out there who are going through what I went through at that age, and I don't want them to miss out in any of that. You know, I want to, we're here, it's not to brag, but it's to say to people, to it's not just parents, but why I've just mentioned parents is because we're parents and, you know, we, you know, they'd relate, but it's to say there is options out there. It's to empower people and say there is other things that you can do. That it's not just the life that you're going through where your employer is coming first and taking up your family time and you're missing out on those important moments with
Lifestyle.
your family.
Exactly.
You know, it's that's not life. There is other options out there. That's another thing why I just love to come on here and say to people, you know, look, I went through this and now
And
I
then you
found an
can do.
option. And there may be certain things that are too late for me in terms of my son is old. I can't go back in time and wish for him. I'd love for him to be young because now he's like that teenager mum's not interested in. But I, you know, I don't want other parents to have to miss those moments of their children's life. You know, and
Exactly.
say to them, there is something else out there.
Exactly. I think so. Let me interrupt with. Gosh, it was that's my phone. Let me interrupt with this. Some people here. Hi, good night. I don't know where you're watching. Thank you so
Engineer.
much. Thank you so much, Daniel, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Let's see this one. You want it? Thank you so much for tuning in, having heard when we were talking about prayer and other things. That's why. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here watching you. Hello, ladies, watching from Australia, South Australia. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Harry, I'm from India watching your
Oh
video. Thank you
wow.
so much. Thank you
Darren.
so much for tuning in. Thank you guys.
This is
We're
what I love
here.
about the digital world.
The-
Look,
Yes,
across the
this
globe.
is this is the beauty of the business. This is the beauty. We just love it. This is the beauty because I know it's global, and that's why I said, please tell us where you're watching from. Thank you so much. We will get back to you. Don't worry, and don't forget, our website is just there. It's just rolling on your screen. Please, registration is free. You can just pick one of the websites, Sister Amma website, mine, wherever you, and then register. Registration is free. Watch free webinar and see if this business can be yours. If you know, that's all right.
Yes.
That's okay, but just think for yourself. I did. If you are doing 9 to 5 job, trust me, you won't pass it to your children. But this one is legacy. You can leave it to your children or your relative or any member of your family, no matter who you choose. And that's the beauty of this online business. It's legacy. Trust
Hmm.
me. Before we finish our go live, so let's go to the benefits. There are so many benefits, but we can't finish it because our time is just finished. So let's go with that. Would you please tell us? There are so many. What is the benefit of this business as you are business owner? And some of them we already mentioned here. As she said, I can say some connection. Today we are
Yeah.
just talking. We didn't know each other, and I see that connection is very important. And as we are entrepreneurs, we learn day to day.
Hmm.
So we set our goals and
Hmm.
everything like that. And every day we learn new things, and we
Hmm.
are trying to do getting different strategy to learn new experience. And this is important for us as a business owner. And also our community is very supportive. You
Hmm.
won't be alone when you join the business. Trust me, you won't be alone. Myself, I was just thinking, I'm skeptical. I can't do this, and also English is not mine. That's what my other weaknesses. But trust me, it's the matter is not English. It's about your brain knowledge. You have knowledge in even in your language. It's just you to deliver the message, follow the training step by step. You do this business, even if
Hmm.
your English is not like the one, maybe you are in foreign country and said, oh, probably I don't feel like going live or talk to people like that. There is so many options. You can just post your picture and do, because the training will teach you how to do this. You still can do this business. Trust me. So
Yeah.
let me give to sister so she can give us some of the benefit before we close our go live.
I mean, you've named a lot of them. One of the biggest things also is just the flexibility. You
Yeah.
know, the fact that it works around your circumstances, whether it's a case of family, whether it's your lifestyle. I love that flexibility. I love as well, which you don't really see, is that you know what you mentioned about the community, but you actually have a mentor, and
Yep.
there's also coaches. We are mentors. We are there. So that's one of the other things that I love about the business. The training in itself, the fact that it's video based means that you can do it at your own time. You can do it wherever you are, so long as you have access to something to watch your training. So you do it at your own pace. So that's another thing that I find just so amazing about the business. And the other things that I love is that we have masterminds. So, on a weekly basis, the community, they do masterminds. You have other business owners who have succeeded, and they impart knowledge as to the things that they have done. They give you tips, they give you ideas, they actually tell you about some of the mistakes that they have made as well,
Yep.
and they say
Very
don't do
also
this.
that.
So that's another thing that I actually just love about this business as well, and you don't find that anywhere else. You don't find that with other businesses. And also the fact that it's global, like you said, and it always just it blows my mind. It just blows every time I'm with somebody who's in another part of the world. I actually say to myself, that is going to be somewhere that I'm going to visit. I am
Yep.
going to, so I
I
would
said that
love
to
to see
myself.
you in Australia
In
one day.
Australia.
I
Exactly. I say that to myself. So if I go to UK, I know someone is there, so I will meet with. So
yeah,
it's really good. Let me
it's
say
just
that it's
yeah,
really,
it's
really
just
amazing.
Awesome. And if anyone, like you said, wants to know more, they can go onto our websites and they can register for the complimentary webinar. It's complimentary because it's free, it's 90 minutes. You know, you just get to know a bit more about the business. Nobody takes your information, so it's not something where you're being tricked to go in so they can sell you anything. It's nothing like that at all. Like you said, sis, if they're not interested, then they can leave. If they can just leave it there, meaning they don't do anything more. But if they are interested, then they can register to go to the next step, and that's where there is a fee involved. But like with any business you start, there are startup costs, and it's $149. It's refundable within 30 days if they haven't had a coaching call, and they decide when they want to do a coaching call. So it's not a case that as soon as they pay, somebody's going to call them. They choose if they want to do the coaching call because they look at the business, they go through the community, they see things, and they decide, oh, do I want to take that next step? And if they decide no, and they haven't had a coaching call and it's within 30 days, they get their money back. So for me, I'm just thinking to myself, it's a win-win situation, you know, and there's nothing in it. And I don't think it's not a continuous 149 that you pay. It's a one-off payment, and that's it. So it's not something that's continuous, but it's just amazing. What I love, the benefits and the confidence. Never would I be here doing go lives. I was such a shy person.
Like
me, I would do this. You said food, I would do
like
so. It builds your confidence. It builds your confidence, and you know that you are doing it not just for. I know that I'm doing it not just for me, but also for my son, and it's giving me that freedom now to say what I want to do. So those are some of the things that I find so beneficial about this business.
True. Thank you so much, sister. As she said, I don't have to add more because if we keep talking about this business, we will sleep and wake up and do the same thing because we enjoy what we are doing. And it's really good when you just come to this business. Those are just trying to think about doing plan B. Guys, I can advise you to have a good mindset because when you have that positive mindset, you will do anything you want and be confident. Believe in yourself because if we don't believe in ourselves, we can't do anything. No one will come and believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So believing in ourselves is really, really important because you get that confidence and you know what to do. And then if there is something to read or learn, you can learn it too because you believe in yourself. And that's the other key. So, and be patient. It's another key of success in this business. Learn as other people are learning. Just as she said, and today we are like, I know her for 10 years. But due to this business, we can just be connected everywhere around the world. And this is the beauty of this. Thank you so much, guys. This is the end of our Go Live. We will see you next video. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
I know there is